All right, so here we have question number 2 from the same paper, February, March 2022, paper 52. In a certain country, the probability of more than 10 centimeter of rain on any particular day is 0.18, independently of the weather on any other day. Part A requirement is find the probability that in any randomly chosen 7-day period, more than 2 days have more than 10 centimeter of rain. So here we have an event, and the event is that the probability of more than 10 centimeter of rain on any particular day, let's say that event is known as R, having rain more than 10 centimeter on any day. So the chance of the occurrence of this event R is supposed to be 0.18. So this definitely means that the chance of that event not happening is R naught, which is supposed to be 1 minus 0.18, which is 0.82. So this R naught is basically the R intersection, the R complement, you can say. The R complement is the event. R complement is the event that there is less than 10 centimeter of rain on any particular day. Okay. So now what we are doing, we are having a fixed number of trials, 7. We have chosen 7-day period now. So we can say that X follow the binomial distribution with a fixed number of trials, 7. And what we are observing actually over here is that we are actually observing the fact that this event happens, which is more than 10 centimeter of the rain. So obviously we are considering the event R. So the probability of success would be 0.18. 0.18. Okay. So more than 2 days. So your requirement is probability that X is greater than 2. So this is X is equal to 3, X is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7. But we don't have much time in our lives to do this. So what we can do, since we know the fact that the sum of all the probabilities from X is equal to 0 till X is equal to 7, that sum will be equals to 1. So for that purpose, from 1, I will take away the probability that X is less than or equals to 2, which means that 1 minus the probability that X equals 0, 1, or 2. As simple as that. So 1 minus what? What is the meaning of X is equal to 0? That success is not occurring at all. Success is occurring 0 times. So failure is occurring n number of times, and in this case, n is 7. So failure raised to the power 7. 0.82 raised to the power 7. Plus, what is the meaning of X equals to 1? This means that success is occurring 1 time and failure is occurring 6 times. So 7C1 multiplied by success raised to the power 1, whereas failure is raised to the power 6. Then X is equals to 2, which means that success is occurring 2 times and the failure is occurring 5 times. So plus 7C2 multiplied by success raised to the power 2, whereas failure raised to the power sorry, here I have to mention 6, right? So 0.82 raised to the power 6, and here we have 0.82 raised to the power 5. All right. So what you need to do, just add all these values in your calculator first, and let's see what is the value. 0.82 raised to the power 7 plus 7C1 multiplied by 0.18 multiplied by 0.82 raised to the power 6. And then you need to add 7C2 times 0.18 squared times 0.82 raised to the power 5. This is 0.8846. So 1 minus 0.8846, and your answer will be 0.1154. So correct to 3 significant figures, your answer is 0.115. This is your part A for 3 marks. All right. Then we have part B. Part B says that for 3 randomly chosen 7-day periods, find the probability that exactly 2 of these periods have at least 1 day with more than 10 centimeter of rain. So these sort of scenarios are called two-level questions, where one scenario is followed by the other one, and both are having the same conditions of binomial distribution. So I hope you have done sufficient practice of these sort of questions as well. So what's happening actually, now we are selecting 3 randomly days from 7-day period. In the initial condition in part A, what we did, we took a whole 1 week. We took 7-day period where our number of tries was 7. So we need to find the probability that exactly 2 of these 3 periods out of 3, we have at least 1 day with more than 10 centimeter of rain. Okay, so let's just check that what would be the probability that out of those 7 periods where we had the fixed number of trials 7, out of those 7 periods we have rain on at least 1 day. So here we have initial condition which we took in part A. X follows a binomial distribution with a fixed number of trials 7, and the probability of success was 0.18. Okay, so I'm trying to find first that what is the probability of having more than 10 centimeter of rain on at least 1 day, which means that probability that X is greater than or equals to 1. उर्दू में बोले at least को तो कम से कम एक दिन तो हो. And this means that X equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have much time to add all of these values. So what we can say that for this purpose, 1 minus probability that X is less than 1, which means that 1 minus probability that X equals 0. All right. So X equals to 0 means that success is occurring 0 times, failure is occurring n number of times. So failure is occurring 7 times over here. 1 minus 0.82 raised to the power 7. So 1 minus 0.82 raised to the power 7, this is 0.7507. Since we are going to use this value in our further calculation, it is always recommended to take it correct to 4 decimal places. So far what we have found the chance that it rains at least one day out of these 7 days. Okay, and the probability of raining on at least 1 day with more than 10 centimeter of rain is now 0.7507. So one scenario is now followed by the other one. Now what we have done, we have selected 3 randomly days. We have randomly selected 3 days out of that complete 7-day period. Now I can say that X follows a binomial distribution with a number of tries 3. And what I need to find, I need to find the probability that exactly 2 of these 3 periods have at least 1 day with more than 10 centimeter of rain. Okay, so let's say that at event that at least 1 day with more than 10 centimeter of rain is known as V. Let's say that event is known as V. So we can say that the probability of event V is 0.7507, and the probability of event V not happening, event V complement, would be 1 minus 0.7507. So the failure would be 0.2493. So we can say that X follows a binomial distribution with the number of trials 3, and the probability of success is 0.7507. Now, this event V should happen on exactly 2 of these periods out of 3. So we need to just find probability that X equals to 2, which is supposed to be 3C2 multiplied by success occurring 2 times. So multiplied by success raised to the power 2, 0.7507 is squared, and failure is occurring 1 time. So multiplied by 0.2493 raised to the power 1. 3C2 multiplied by 0.7507 is squared, multiplied by 0.2493 raised to the power 1. And here your answer is 0.4215. So correct 421479. So correct to 3 significant figures, 0.421 is supposed to be your final answer. This is question number 2, and this was for 6 marks.